Hello Internet, welcome to Sports Bombass. My name's Nick and I'm the creator of this channel. For those who do not know what Sports Bombass is, it's a weekly sports show where we report on the sports. The main sports we report on are basketball, baseball, and football. Sadly, I don't know shit about sports, so I'm going to have my friends take it over from here. So let's do this.
Howdy YouTubers, I'm Mateusz and this is Who's Best, Who's Better, and I'm defending the Chicago Bulls.
What's up Internet, I'm Anthony. I'll be defending the Oklahoma City Thunder.
What's up YouTubers, I'm Webster. I'm defending the Miami Heat.
The Chicago Bulls will not kill you offensively, but they do have some offensive threats, and Derrick Rose, who can slash to the lane at any given point, kick it out to Dang, who's very efficient from the three this year, and Kyle Korver, who's also hitting a league-high field percentage in three-point line. Carlos Boozer down low, he's always an offensive threat, even against the better teams. And on a side note, the bench for the Chicago Bulls is also averaging the second highest points per game in the league.
Offensively, you can't touch the Thunder. They have Kevin Durant. Enough said. Kevin Durant. And then you got Russell Westbrook at point. He is one of the new athletic breeds of point guard. He may not get you the most assists per game, but he's going to score. Those two combined, that's the best 1-2 punch in basketball.
Offensively, the Miami Heat are one of the best teams in the NBA. They're averaging 102 points per game. And to add, LeBron James is having the most efficient season in the NBA history. He's at PER is 32.4. That's tops ever in the NBA. If he continues this, he's going to go on in history as one of the greatest ever.
LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, they're pretty good. Yeah, they're not too bad, but that's where the Bulls defense comes in and they're being stopped, and I'll save that for later. Kevin Durant, probably the best offensive player in the NBA. You stop Kevin Durant, you stop the entire team. As for the Miami Heat, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, they're all both offensively great, but once again, you can stop them and limit the entire team. Right now, the Bulls' fast break is 7th in the league, something the Heat can't keep up with, but they're averaging 2.1 points, and the Bulls are averaging 2.5 points on each fast break.
Out of the three teams in this argument, the Oklahoma City Thunder are the best on the fast break. So, Mateusz's argument isn't even relevant there. And the Heat, they have three people who can score. That's it. And one of them can't even score in the fourth quarter. The Bulls relied way too much on Derrick Rose. They need a better secondary scorer. That is why the Oklahoma City Thunder have the best offense in the league.
First, let me just say, the Oklahoma City Thunder are averaging 16.6 turnovers a game. That's tops in the NBA. That's awful. You don't want that for an offense. The Bulls, they're not scoring enough. They're, in the middle half of the NBA. Heat are at the top.
Tom Thibodeau is the best defensive-minded coach in the NBA. With his scheme, Derrick Rose, Ronnie Brewer, Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer, and Joakim Noah can create the second most efficient defense only behind the Philadelphia 76ers. You can't ask for more for team defense.
When it comes to defense, the Oklahoma City Thunder are not the best. But they do have Serge Ibaka, who is fantastic down low, blocking anyone who comes near him. And Kevin Durant. His offense is a good defense.
Defensively, the Miami Heat still remain among the top in the NBA. They're holding their opponents to a 42% shooting percentage, which is among the best in the NBA. It's in the top 3. Also, they're stealing the ball about 8.9 times per game. That's incredible. With all that being said, LeBron James is one of the best defenders in the NBA. Not only can he lock down your point guard, but he can lock down the center. Not too many people can do that. He's 6'8", 290 pounds. He's a freak of nature. He can jump, he can run, he's athletic. He's going to stop whatever is going to happen.
In the fourth quarter, Chicago Bulls give up the second least amount of points at 22.4, whereas the Heat are ranked 17th in that category, which they also let up more than they score in the fourth quarter. As far as rebounds per game go, the Chicago Bulls rank second in giving up the least amount of rebounds at 47.7, and the Heat are ranked 17th with giving up 49.6 rebounds per game. Team defense and teamwork and team chemistry wins championships, not a single player.
The Bulls may have the best team defense, but they do have a chink in the armor in Carlos Boozer, who is a fantastically weak defender. When you go to the Miami Heat, they have LeBron James, who is a very good defender, but, he's a fucking joke. No one likes him. And the Thunder, their best defense is their offense. And Serge Ibaka's blocks.
Carlos Boozer. I don't think he even plays defense. So when he's on the court, the Bulls have 4 players out in the court. So 5-on-4 wins every day in my book. Oklahoma City Thunder. All he said was Serge Ibaka. One person can't just play defense. So 5-on-1, that's a win in my book. Their arguments suck.
There's a reason Luol Deng is called the LeBron stopper, because he is the only player in the NBA who makes LeBron less efficient every time they play. As far as the Carlos Boozer argument goes, it's a team game. Carlos Boozer is going to be guarding Joel Anthony, who can't score a single point in an NBA game. As far as the Thunder go, once again, team defense beats all type of defense.
The Oklahoma City Thunder have a potential sixth man of the year in James Harden coming off their bench, which is a pretty decent bench when you add in the fact they have Daquan Cook, a three-point specialist, Eric Maynor, who's out injured now, but when healthy can be a very productive backup point guard, and two big men in the middle, Cole Aldridge and Nick Collison coming off the bench, giving you productive minutes.
The Miami Heat have a pretty good bench. Norris Cole, Mike Miller, James Jones, Eddie Curry, Juwan Howard. It's a pretty solid bench. Since the Heat score so much, by the end of the third quarter, they're already pretty much done. So the bench gets to come in and get some scrub minutes. No other team can do that.
Bulls have arguably the best bench in the entire NBA. With the core of C.J. Watson, sometimes Ronnie Brewer, Kyle Korver, Taj Gibson, and Omar Asik, they provide the production that most teams do not have off the bench, and that is very critical in the late stages of the season and the playoffs. Also, we have Brian Scalabrine.
The Bulls have Scalabrine and Kyle Korver, probably the two biggest jokes in the NBA in that order, on their bench. When it comes to the Heat, I'm pretty sure Webster in his argument said they're scrubs. They put all their cap space into 3 players. They don't even have a starting 5. How can they have a bench?
Oklahoma City. They have James Harden. I didn't hear anybody else coming off the bench. Chicago Bulls. Well, when their bench isn't starting, they're pretty good. Starters just can't stay healthy. So their bench is their starters. So their bench is bad. Scalabrine. Blows.
Miami Heat's bench is just plain awful. Eddie Curry sticks to his Big Mac diet, and he can't see a single minute on the floor. Juwan Howard is 80 years old, and he can't keep up with any player in the NBA anymore. James Jones is the only real threat off the bench. And Mike Miller is still pretty inconsistent and is often injured. The Thunder do have a great scorer off the bench in James Harden, but when it comes down to crunch time, you need more players to give you more production other than just James Harden.
Kevin Durant, best player in the league. Oklahoma City Thunder, best team in the league. Disagree? Comment below. Follow me on Twitter if you want. I'll answer some questions.
9 different starting lineups, 1 Coach of the Year, 1 MVP, best record in the NBA. If you disagree, comment below and tell me why. If not, follow me on Twitter and I'll be sure to answer any of your questions.
Let us know your opinions. Do you think the Bulls, the Thunder, or the Heat are the best team in the NBA? If it's anybody else, well, you're wrong. Alright guys, so if you want to follow me on Twitter, follow me. You guys can ask me questions. I'll give you my thoughts and my opinions. Or if you want to just say hi, you're more than welcome to.
Alright guys, so that's our show. If you have any suggestions for our next episode, leave your comments down below.
Out of these 3 teams, the Kansas City Thunder, God damn it! I'm getting my baseball and my basketball confused.